Interesting. This is why you want me to save. I want to set up my group just in case, but whatever. I mean, be fine. No. Okay. Yeah, it'd just be funny. Have I got to re-sync the capture before we continue though, because it is starting to go out of sync. Because when you know, just happens. Get it. Might be a setting. I haven't really messed too much Elgato settings here. Like, I kind of been trying to just keep it standard since I've gotten it, just not messing with it too much. All I cared about was the audio and everything. But I don't really want Bathier beating the shit out of my own team for giving him regen. I would think there's a spell too for regen. Maybe. I thought I saw one, but I could be wrong. Fuck. Now we're gonna kind of need Vaughn if this thing's flying. Why is it so, like, bright? It's got something in its chest. Hey, Vaughn, you're better at this. I was gonna steal from it first. He didn't steal. Maybe Fran could steal something real quick. We are also hurting the shit out of this thing. That still got regen, though again, it hasn't really gone. Oh, no, we don't need that, sorry. Not steal, keeps missing. We can't steal from this. I wish I could zoom the camera out a little bit. There's not a button or a setting. That is it. No? See anything. Sucks. Because I can't see the fucking enemy. The comboing. Level is it supposed to be? It's unknown. Must over-leveled. Hey, I don't mind. Yes, it's sad to take out that intense battling of something really difficult. But I'd rather be powerful, to be honest, than me struggling. Da, 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 da. We're strong. I didn't actually, when I still got that sack. Didn't look at the accessories from that last shop like I was going to, did I? Oh, well. Hey, we won anyway, so I don't care. Good job, team. Now let's just sit here and pose. I can't move. Just like the idea of them looking at each other. What the fuck are we doing? Ancient device stirs, and my squeaky chair continues to squeak.
Long ago, the gods granted their favor to King Wraithwall, who would oversee the subjugation of a vast territory spanning from Mordalia to Valendia. Here he forged the Galtean Alliance. Though he is called the Dynast King, upon establishing the alliance, he demonstrated compassion for his people and disdain for needless war. A philosophy passed on to his successors, one that would bring peace and prosperity for hundreds of years to follow. It was during this time of peace that the city-states of Arcadia and Rosaria, each members of Wraithwall's alliance, took root and flourished. Wraithwall left 3 relics signifying descent from the Dynast King. Of these, the Midlight Shard was given to what would become House Nabradia, and the Dusk Shard to my ancestors, the founders of Dalmasca.
Nice beard.
The last of these relics was the Dawn Shard. It remained hidden here, known only to those of royal blood.
As though the Dynast King foresaw the very plight before us now.
None save descendants of the king are suffered within. If we attempt to enter without proof of such lineage...
There's no guarantee we'll make it out alive. Vicious beasts, fiendish traps, something like that?
Mm-hmm. But you must consider the prize. The Dawn Shard lies within, and Wraithwall's treasure.
And there was I, thinking this was going to be hard.
Alright, we took it. That's why we have Vaughn. That ability to take out flying enemies was a big help. Still regenning. Like, man, that's like, if it lasts that long, is there not a, This is what we can learn, but I don't know if regen was actually a spell. My god, like, it is really nice, but I just don't see it working out very well. Like, we'd have to keep switching. Like, okay, hit a couple people, then switch out and get your actual staff, like, every time. Or just keep it and keep beating the shit out of it and turn on and off the gambit. Keep hitting your teammates with 70% or lower, or whatever health. I don't know. That's why I'm holding on to it. Could come in handy, but at a certain point, it's going to be useless with our health. I think that was the draw of that enemy too. Like, to be honest, like, the reason why he was so squishy is, I feel like, is because he was flying, he was to be very difficult to take down. But because we have someone like Vaughn, who's a monk who can hit flying enemies, I don't know if the samurai has a effectiveness against them either, but I know the staff or the poles do. So that's why we were able to just combo the shit out of them. What was that thing? Contraption you'd find in all but most of the ancient ruins. One touch and off you whisk to you know not where. The finer points of their operation elude me, but they're handy all the same. What more need a sky pirate know? I still feel like Penelo's just kind of out of the sort because she's literally just a girl. Who's been left to with good crafts armed guard we his tomb. Touch the device. Be a corresponding device elsewhere. Okay. Like, fight a shit ton of like undead or something in this ruins, and it's like great, but nobody knows. I don't have holy. Boobs. Is our actual boss? I feel like they're gonna want us to flee from this. Yeah, this is definitely a fleeing moment.
Fight or run? We better decide fast.
Problem is, I don't know. It has reflect, so we can't do spells to it. Well, I didn't mean to be that fast, but we're beating the shit out of it, so. Hey, I'll fight a wall. What happened to him? Did he get, like, eaten? He was X-Zone. Can I not bring him back with this? I don't have anything that wakes someone up, does it? Banish all foes in range. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work on it. I got rid of that, so. Let's do a mist. Whip kick. Feels right. Didn't do anything. Oh, hey, you woke him up. Do. You fell asleep. Alright, through the door. We couldn't beat him in time. Or we dead. Okay. Yeah. Game over. I thought we could. It's just, maybe would have been better with other people. Possibly. I don't know. I don't think we could have beat him. I mean, probably, but I'm not sure. Like, again, we don't see their weakness. I don't know if he's, like, weak to something. Plus, probably would have been better to have Vaughn out instead of Bosch, because Vaughn does, I think, more damage. Seen this? Yep, You can give it one more shot. Problem is, I just don't know what it might be weak against. Plus, we have that ability to, like, get rid of its reflect, so
we better decide fast.
Spells could work on it. Cannot get Ash. Get her out. Ah, he's been doomed. Also, I was gonna say she's just walking at him. I don't know what hitting the button does. That means they're coming in to help with the attack or what? Oh, okay. Not doing fine. Okay. I mean, I tried to go to the door last time, but probably wasn't enough time. I don't know. What the fuck? It's back again?
The wall comes. We must be quick. Together we can bring it down.
Out of everybody who could yell that, we had Fran do it. What this does. Cannot get rid of fucking Ash. I guess because she's like part of this? I don't know. Fucking comboed the shit out of him. I think that's what that pneumo thing is supposed to do. There we go. We got this wall down. That combo and all that with that thing helped a lot. It just went fucking down, like went in on that thing. Whew. Now, sadly, I don't have anything to get rid of Doom. I don't think we have a Dispel. Or not a Dispel, but something to get rid of that. Good job, team. You ready for the next round? I can't move again. How do we do this? Didn't like get her. She must have been like the aggro one of the group. I don't know. Oh, it's just like I'm here. On can't speak, or Bosch can't speak because he's silent. So he's like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not like he does any magic spells, and he has like no fucking techniques. You might get that poach one. Like there was a license for that, but I don't think that was from him. If it was, I don't even know. I started to lose track of who can learn what because I'm just like buy with the license stuff.
Incredible. It wounds me to look on as they pillage so solemn a place.
Yet without help, you and I are as nothing. Is this not so? He thinks ever and always on his own profit. Assure him of it and he shall remain true to our cause.
I do not share your majesty's trust.
We will continue this later. Now we should concern ourselves with finding the Dawn Shard. It sleeps in waiting, somewhere deep within.
How can you be certain?
I feel it in my vag.
I can hear its call.
Right, her vag. No, I really shouldn't keep switching in and out. Try to just power some people up and have them as my main group. I know that there's people that are like that, but I'm trying to keep everyone balanced. Because, I don't know, everybody's got their own role to play that are very helpful. So I'm trying to keep everyone in the same. What will this do? Squeaky chair, my back itches. We are back here. Sweet, so that's how we just go back. We probably should have went back to Crystal, as I think Bothy are still. Well, if he dies, if I can, I don't know if the doom means he's unpresable. Platoon. Map. Let's go back. We need to go to that crystal so we can restore everything. But yeah, everybody's got their own roles to play. So like, I'm trying to keep everyone leveled, and even off streams stuff, I'm gonna sit there and grind anyway. So, but like, I don't know. I should have it where like someone's like 3 or 4 levels up and some are a little bit behind. Not purposely, but so that like I'll grind off stream of these set guys. But I don't know, like I said, I'm such a variety person. It's like I want to use Vaughn, I want to have Bosch, I want to use Ash, I want to, like, everybody's got their important roles. If I need high comboing, Bosch and Ash and Vaughn, great. Brown does good damage. Vanilla, of course, when magic is needed. Balthier, when we have to fight undead, has that holy when we learn it. Hopefully we'll get that, as well as his magic to heal. Like, he's very effective in that way. It's just kind of tough because you're like, what the fuck's the point of Bosch? Or if you have Vaughn, or what's the point of Vaughn if you got Bosch? You know, kind of one and the same. You know, but sometimes comboing might be more effective than one, like, heavy damage. Because Thrawn is a bit slower. Vaughn has a higher HP pool, and Vaughn can also be partially a white mage with that if we can get him Courage, or whatever the fuck. So that's already more effective than Thrawn's, it's already more effective than Thrawn's regular cure. So added to combos and a pretty decent amount of damage that he can do. It may not be anywhere near late game to Thrawn, but it's still a pretty decent amount of damage. Watch us not be able to fight these guys. Because they're flying and I'm going to need Vaughn. Plus Vaughn's got his use. He's good for flying enemies too. So like if we need to have a boss like before for flying, we got that. Got a guy for everything. I know a guy who knows a different guy who knows some other dude of a guy who may know a lady who knows a guy. So we'll just run down and check everything. Treasures and such. Also just a door here we can go through. There where it leads to there. Anything down this way? Looks like it. Ah, some echo herbs. Crystal magic has the ability to get rid of the doom on Balthier from death, but cannot seem to cure the Bosch of having a voice again. Mr. Chimera, he's weak to water. He's got like 1,000 HP. Because like Ash did 300. Again, Thrawn did like 300 more damage. Like, she definitely hits hard. She does not combo often, so that's why I think the Samurai, Bosch, and Vaughn, like, we have like 3 combo guys, and that can be very effective because hitting a couple 300s, 500, 600, whatever their damage may be, together is already more effective than hitting a than trying to hit one like heavy damage. Now again, everybody's got their preference. Some people love just doing one like slow heavy hits. That's fine. But sometimes you need that speed to help you out. So that's like when you need just nothing but the 3 guys of speed. That's what they're for. I want to hit the chests every time I see them. It's part of my Dark Souls habit because it could be a mimic. But we can't hit it. Oh, these are Skull Warriors. So again, dead guys that Balthier would be great against, but cannot do. He does not have the holy ability. Could have used that stone to teleport. Wonder if I went back to, say, a city, if I would have been able to, if I would have been able to see if there was any more stuff back at the main cities. One of the main towns, like magic slash, not equipment, because we already got pretty decent equipment, but, and hunts and stuff. We're kind of in like those almost 20s area now. I'm blind! We need to freaking get him out for that. If we were all blind and it's in a tough scenario, then yeah, Balthier, quick. I don't wish an HP bar sat above their head after you scan slash whatever them. High potion. Gil. 21 gil. Some random pieces of treasure to just throw in there, huh? Level up. Off there to the mix. Give him a healing rod to start hitting us. I feel like Boss should be hit. He still has his regen, doesn't he? I actually just want to... I know it says you can, but you won't. But you just want to see again for equipment, because we did just do a bunch of accessory ups. Just to make sure there isn't something I want to give them. He's fine. He's got gauntlets. Fine. Kind of just prefer you having like a bunch of resistance for right now. You though. Poison and sap, sure. Might as well. Might as well do that. Like I said, I totally do the healing rod thing because it seems cool, but it is not worth. Much. Oh shit. Again, some things that Holy would be great against. Steal from their ghostly pockets. They've been oiled. And they were gonna cast fire. That's not good. Like a handkerchief to this stuff. Wipe yourselves down with handkerchiefs. And by that I mean just throw it. So yep, now that makes sense. I was like, I could already figure what oil would do, but hey, I wanted to make sure. Yeah, she definitely takes a little longer to hit, but like I said, slow and powerful. On our way back, we probably could have just used the thing to go back. It is tempting to fight like everybody though, so you know what? Fuck it, we'll fight our way out. I don't even care. I'm a female bunny thing. You know, again, like I'm not sure if I'm playing it smart. One of us is gonna hit this. Like, I'm not sure if I'm playing it smart, like, trying to keep everyone at the same. I mean, it is smart, like, in the long run to have everyone, so just in case something goes down that isn't going to work out properly, you have that backup person with gear and everything. I just mean, you know, it's expected to maybe have, like, my main three and then have them not quite high-leveled. Is that a spell? What was that? Or a technique? Vanish. Oh yeah, that was out. Spell. Okay, so we just got a red mage spell. I got oiled. Poor man's oiled. Oily. But I don't know. To me, it feels like that is kind of the smart thing to do, is just keep everyone on a balance level. No need to like go crazy overempowering like one, like focus on just three. because if those three don't work and we have lower backups, it's just dangerous. I'd rather just be safe than sorry and keep everyone on a balance note, but keep them overpowered on a balance note. It's just the same room we were in. It is. Couldn't tell you, actually. I think we're just on a different level. Like, I think this is how we got in, to be honest. We left from downstairs, so we'll just go to the right, or the upper area. I like to think I'm doing it smart. Hell, I'm almost over grinding a little. Not terrible, because we're like 22s and things are like 18s here, so we're not overly powerful. We're just about on the right range here. It feels like we're overpowered in some sense because we've beaten the shit out of, well, one of the bosses that lately, and then the one wall killed us, but then the other wall got its wall kicked. So I don't know. I feel like I'm on the right track of what I'm doing. I kind of like switching it up, you know, if I want comboing, if I want heavy damage, if I want the mage out, if I want to do this, you know, there's variety, there's different options. I'm not limited to myself. Well, I kind of am because I can't use the other jobs, which, you know, if we can get 2 jobs, which I heard you can in the game, then I'll definitely have to see my options of what I will want. That might be a little confusing. So it might make for something interesting. Say I pick the gun one. If there's a second job and gave that to Buffy, or if he could just use a gun, like one of the upper level guns, so he actually does some damage instead of trying to run around with the staff, but still has his cure abilities. I don't know how it works because I'm not sure if the job just switches them. And what I mean by that is, boy, he walked into it. He's dead. He's back. What I mean by that is, like, say I'm a knight right now. I have to, like, switch everything from my license board over to breaker if I put Fran as breaker or something like that. Like, it'd be something like that, which I'm tempted to do if we do get second jobs, because Fran as a breaker, doing, like, really ridiculous amounts of damage on top of having people that combo might be a little bit better than a knight, to be honest. But I don't know. Who leveled up? Gosh. Pinello in here. Let's see. He can play as Pinello. Even use white magic on this guy. They're on Fran. Equipment wise, I'm not great at that, so you'll notice like I might put the wrong things on people, meaning like the accessories. I hate why we can't have more. Like, we have multiple fingers, we can put different rings in. Okay, maybe 2 necklaces are a little extreme, so have like fingers, like 2 finger slots and a neck, or hands, neck, so then like gloves or gauntlets. So then you can have that and then accessories. I don't know, just different things. Gives us a little bit more help, but again, they weren't meant to always constantly hold your hand with it. That's just me being picky about that, because some games, you know, here's all these accessory slots and things like that. That's one of the things that was taking me out when I was playing Chain of Memories of Kingdom Hearts. No RPG really like to it. Like, besides leveling up to make sure you have the sleights and all the things you need. Oops. Don't have anyone with Libra, do we? Or we might, but no one casts it. She knows it's arrow, so that's good. She knows their weakness, so that might work against certain bosses. If we just throw her in, she'll just do it. Problem is against guys like these, there are no weaknesses, so level up for Fran. Wait, kinda need that heavy damage if we're not using a comboing guy. At least until Bothia goes up. Yeah, Chain of Memories doesn't, like, that was the thing that, like, bothered me. Like, yeah, I had fun with the story. I can't stand the card system at times. I really can't. But what the biggest thing of annoyance is is no RPG. Like, you can level up and shit, like, yeah, that's the RPG, but there's no, like, equipment you can get for yourself. I want, like, you know, I want, like, the big equipment, or, like, accessories and things like that. So that's the thing, like, plus, again, you couldn't even change your key, you had to, couldn't change the key or whatever. You were stuck with whatever part. Did it? Right. Can act, well, no, this brought us back, right? This just brought us backwards. But can we use no other thing to use? Maybe I had to touch the other one. Even though it's active, it's lit up. Yo. Here. Maybe I'm supposed to be downstairs? Maybe I was supposed to run through the down area. Go back. We'll go back. We'll go back. I'll be honest though, the designs for some of the weapons on these games, awesome. And it sucks that I never actually try to work hard or never know how to get the super rare weapons, because sometimes those are the ones that are the most badass. I know one of the weapons in the game because John kind of ruined that one for me, but I don't know how to get it. I just know one of said weapons. I think he said it was like Excalibur or something. I might have seen it on a license board at one point, like, to use. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was, because it could have been one of those things where the game won't actually tell you it's a secret. But I think they would, because you have to buy the license for everything. Like that weird, like, phasey, like, area in 10 that I remember.
Fog? Underground?
There's no fog.
Not fog.
Yep.
Mist.
No, she's gonna be like, there's no fog.
You can see the mist with your eyes?
Where it is thick enough, you may. The nether runs deep in this place.
So, is the mist dangerous?
Yes, but it is also an aid. A dense mist allows the working of powerful magics.
God, her
I'll
voice
keep
though.
that in mind.
She's like, yeah, because I'm a mage. I don't know if
Can't
she's like
count on
originally.
Vaughn to keep track of these things. That's for sure.
You don't have to be rude, I'm right here. Vaughn's standing like right over there. Gonna just give us a buff in magic now. I don't know how much progress we've been making, because I have been stopping to do a lot of grinding at times. Because it feels like I make a lot of progress, but like actuality story-wise, we've barely done a lot. But then again, I don't know. Oh boy, hold on. Now that thing looks like it's something with fire. If I'm just being honest, it's red. Blood sword. Ash weapon? Hit on sap. I saw blood sword. Isn't that like a pretty rare weapon? Find a rare weapon? I have no idea where blood sword actually is on this. I'm not. Oh, there's Excalibur. Here? Right there, blood sword. Extra gamma slot. And now we gotta save up for 50 and she can use the blood sword. Eat. That'd be cool. That'll definitely help her sustainability. I don't know who and what I should do for this fight. Looks like we're going to have, but I kind of want to keep Penelo in just in case if magic's going to be effective. But we might need Ball the Air. We'll throw Vaughn in there. Hey, hello, I'm here. Worst comes to worst, we just quickly throw Penelo out. I've been waiting. Oh, come on, you can't tell me this is not a fire beast. Maybe, I don't know, but it looks like a fire beast. That looks like a weird spanking paddle. I gotta make sure we are not going fast. Yep, she's going for Aqua. Uh-oh, uh-oh. He's mad. We're pretty much gonna beat him, no problem, but the guys who are up front fighting, and him, to protect. Ow. Just dispelled that, I think. Maybe not. Uh-oh. Doing this big move. This might kill Penelo, though. Oh, boy. Wish there was like a way to get to the item I actually want quick. Handkerchief. How am I doing? I gotta set a gambit so everyone does that when they're oiled. Here, we'll use this. We haven't used her mist yet. Why not, right? We're already kicking its ass, but we might as well.
Here goes.
Just Penelo just suddenly knew how to do this. She was just like a kid. Or still is a kid. And whip kick. Just why not? Throw it all in there, kind of. Not everybody, but these. They're cool animations and stuff. They're fun. They don't do a shit ton of damage, but they're still fun. Yeah, for Penelo and her Aqua. whooped his ass. I don't know how well, we probably still would have beaten it without it, but the big chunks of damage from that were awesome. I will take that. Also, the only reason I'm playing as Penelo is because she's like the squishiest one, so I try to keep her away from everybody. She has a tendency of running in there for some reason, even though I don't, you know, I have attack set, but you obtain the SP, or whatever the fuck that means. He'll tell me.
In vain glory they arose, shouting challenges at the gods, but prevail they did not. Their doom it was to walk the mist until time's end. A legend of the Nemo.
My family tells a story of the Dynast King and an Esper.
Esper, alright, we learned what it's called.
The story goes that in his youth, the Dynast King defeated a mighty Gigas, for which the gods took heed of him. Thereafter, it was ever bound to him in thraldom.
So, all this time it's been here guarding the Dynast King's treasure?
I have no problem fighting more of them.
The Esper is the Dynast King's treasure.
That's your treasure?
In this Esper we now command rests a power whose worth is beyond any measure.
Is that so? Call me old-fashioned, but I was hoping for a treasure whose worth we could measure.
Here's a penny. I don't know what the fuck we got, because that didn't really explain a whole lot yet to me. My inventory at all? I have a lot of points yet, right? I'm like eager to get her. Oh, the license has been added to the board. Only one character can attain this license. When a character attains a license, it will be removed from the boards of all other characters. The second license board has been added to the license board. What characters who have earned the second board license can access an additional license board? Sweet. So say I wanted to do don't know what him as a thing would mean. You're unable to return the license menu until you can confirm their new board. This is like, I'm worried that, like, what the hell would I give Penelo? Red Mage? So she can kind of use those other spells? When needed? Can use Time Mage. Wouldn't be terrible. See the license board. What we would already have, like, we'd use crossbows, which would be nice because she'd stay at a freaking distance. You'd have things like slow, immobilize and disable, vanquish and balance, gravity. Like, some of these are okay, but some of them are not fantastic. I just like the idea of her having a weapon for a distance. That's about it. Red Mage, because you get like, you'd have like arcane, like dark. You would have some time magics as well. She would have get Kira and all that shit. She would give a mix of white mage. You have like nobody with, well, Balthier can do green magic too, but he has not learned any green. And she'd be able to use maces, which, like, yay, but runs into the fucking battle. Shit. It's like, having this ability to slow people down, things like that. Is that one of the ones she'll have as a red mage? Hey, I want that spell. You would have it, so you know what? Fuck it, we'll do red mage. So it already gives us a bunch of gambits. She already has the armor, which is nice, so she'll already have it. So now she can learn some time magics. Also use Kira, so she can also be like a white mage. I won't need Mace 2, to be honest. We'll get Mace, or 1, I should say. We'll get her Mace 2. We'll have to get her a bunch of license, to be honest. I really wouldn't know what the fuck to give Vaughn. I also just gave him that. I did not mean to do that, and I cannot undo that. So, congratulations, Vaughn. You got this now. Well, he's got it. I mean, he's the main character, so why not? Kind of the main character. What about Ulan? Spears and shit, right? Spears would be cool. And I heard they do pretty good against armor. I mean, granted, he might just stick with the pole, to be honest with you. But he can wear heavier armor. I don't know, though. Like, it's kind of weird, because the heavier armor will be nice, but he loses his dodge, I think, too. He already gets the battle lore stuff, so he already has those. Like, what would he gain out of this? Like, he already has all these things too, so. Curious. Just so, like, curious, like, what the f be? You can't change it once you select it, just like the first job. It's like, I'm really curious. I mean, shit, put him as a black mage, possibly, so he does some spells, so we don't... If Penelo isn't around, well, she's already going to be around, but you know what I mean. Because, like, they already got the boosts. Like, from what I'm seeing, I don't think it gives you, like, you're not going to get any of those extra bonuses. You're just going to get the ability to use weapons, armor, and the spells. So, like, that's where it's like, it might be better off of him doing that, or just giving him white mage as well. Like, but then we'd have, like, 3 white mages. Get ribbon. It's all just really tough situations. Because you want the second job to kind of balance with, and like a warrior who can use spear for armor, I guess that's great, because then he can use the spears that might be a bit more effective than the pole. But then he can wear heavy armor, and I mean, heavy armor with his high HP pool might not be terrible. If we're being honest. Can't get out of this, so we're kind of just stuck going with it, whatever, you know. So I kind of want to give it to Bosch, or to be honest. So instead of him just doing that, he has like that effectiveness, you know, with spears. I don't really want him to be a range because he needs to kind of be up close. I can learn some of the spells. We just start upping his potency too, and the magic. So he'd almost be like a red mage because he has some white mage spells as a monk. So fuck it, we'll get him black mage. Screw it, we'll do that. He can have some spells under his belt, so he can be both just as effective magically. He is not going to wear any of the armor, though, so that might not give him a huge bonus, but, like, that extra bit of magic might help. We're going to have to grind a shit ton of license points again. I will, at least, be doing that. Not see him with a staff, though. Stick with, Balthier, though. Giving him a gun. I'm gonna sit back and shoot while being a white mage, and I think that'll be pretty neat. On the guns. Now we can, and now I have to get the ammo shit that I already got rid of. Fucker measures. I'll get this just to see what that is. I don't know. Whatever these measures are, I don't know, but we'll see it. I'll get to look at it later. Now granted, yes, a knight with a white mage ability might actually be effective. Being honest, because then she would have the healing stuff. I can't even get her anything right now, but it sounds like it'd be great, but no one else get it? Does he gotta have like oh, he's not ready for it, I don't think. I think he needs more points. But what if I do this? Let's give him enough. There we go. He just needed that. Granted, they're not going to jump the gun on trying to use stuff, but... Oh. A lot of accessories and things like that to use. Heavy armors and things like that. I'm not going to, like, start with, like, oh, he can use 2. I'll get him to, like, 3 for spears. I don't know if I want him wearing heavy armor, though. Kind of like where he is, because he can dodge very well with this armor, I think. Well, I don't even know if that's the case. He might need heavy armor. I don't know. Like, this whole thing is going to be all fucked. Like doing a second job, let's be honest here. I wouldn't even know what to give Ash. She won't even use the crossbows, but she could have some red mage abilities to her. Yeah, we already have multiple styles of white mage. She could be an archer, but that's not going to happen. That's not necessary. It's all gonna be a mess, I know. It's gonna be terrible. Be like, what the fuck did you do this for? And it's like, well, there's some reasons behind it, but where I want to be, I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Don't get me wrong, the crossbow stuff sounds cool and all, but I don't, I'm not gonna use that or the heavy armor that in. To learn a spell or two. Now again, we're gonna have to up a lot of gambit slots, to be honest. We did get rid of all the extra weapons that we weren't going to use. So we'll look at everything, because yes, some of the armor will be, this is gonna be crazy. I'm not gonna have the gambits for everything. I do not have the gambits for all of it. Oh, God, Ooh, oh boy, it's a mess. There's a lot of stuff going on. What has she got? She can do things too. Slow cost, only 8. It's not terrible. This is the person with the highest speed. I don't really want it to be like a high priority for her to constantly cast, but here we'll see how that goes. But I feel like doing it against people with certain health percentages work best, because then she'll actually do it on like right off the bat and then just go fight. So like 100%. Do it to everybody who's got 100% HP, but whatever happens with that, you know, I'll probably end up changing it. To get anything out of all this? I mean, I think by the end of it, you still got the shitty end of the stick here. I can't give you your seconds yet. Yeah, you're still doing pretty good. I think you got everything I want. Back here, one. I'm just looking. I just put the spell on for a second. I'm not gonna do it. I'll have one for the bye. I do not. Okay, so it's not really. Made him a playmate, so he's definitely gonna need more gambits. You're weak to it, use that. I think he uses MP for much anyway. If they're weak to ice. That'll all work. Everything's gonna be a fucking mess. All this shit. It's gonna be really hectic. We have to check one more thing before I went ahead, but oh well. Remember, I fucked up in Game Vaughn. I should have gave it to like Ash or something. But I want to check Vanillo. I said we'll be having to watch Ash and see how she actually uses her proper ability. You know, I'm gonna do that now. Ron, go for a minute. Ash, I just want to see how she will battle if we fight something. If she's just gonna cast it willy-nilly, or what she'll do. I don't have it set as a high priority, as the highest. So. By this, return you home to show you. By other means, return you back to. It's gonna get so messy with all that shit, but hey.
What's wrong?
You guys
Your
learned a
Majesty,
lot.
we must go.
What? Wrestler.
Everyone else see it, or? You bitch, I'm out.
You will be avenged.
Either we all see it, or they're just crazy. I mean... I feel like no one else but Vaughn and her saw it, which is kind of weird. Well, I mean, they were related by blood, but or not blood, by marriage. Vaughn, on the other hand, we don't know his parents. They were dead in the war. I don't know what a Dawn Shard is. Can we sell it? Just, you got this. Now sell it. Now this thing's active. Ah, so it was just to send me home. Touch the way. Yeah, going back. This is where the Gambit stuff is going to get really intense. Because now it's really going to have me setting up things like how I want it to all work. Like, mainly my main focus, as long as everyone's got heals, that's all I really care about. But now equipment's going to get really weird of how I'm going to want to set equipment, you know? Like, I'm kind of wondering how I'm going to set up the equipment, because the heavier armor is probably going to reduce dodge. And the dagger, the spears probably don't give much dodge. I don't know, because they're going to rely on you wearing heavy armor. I don't know. I'm very confused on how I'm going to set these stuff up. I kind of like Bosch being that kind of dodge kind of in the graphics. Suddenly changed. That graphics change. But I don't know. I want him to be the dodging kind of guy, but I feel like once he gets a spear, he's going to lose that, because I think the daggers help with his evade. But I could be wrong. I could be just completely wrong on that. Plus, like I said, the shield thing. I gave him the ability to block more with shields. He will not block with the shield if he's using a spear. And we've been captured.
Such a tremendous honor to again be graced with your presence, Majesty.
This guy.
You left us with such great dispatch upon our last encounter that I must confess I had begun to worry that we may have given your Majesty some cause for offense.
Such a heartfelt display of remorse. Now what is it you want?
I want you to give me the Nethicite.
The Nethicite?
That is a base imitation. We seek Wraithwald's legacy, the ancient relics of the Dynast King. They affected Nethicite. Did you not tell them, Captain Azelus?
Majesty, he speaks of the Dawn Shard. That is the Nethicite.
Are you mad, Vossler? If we are to save Dalmasca, we must accept the truth.
Ah, of course.
I will fight this profitless battle no more.
Captain Azelus has struck a wise bargain. In return for the Dawn Shard, the Empire will permit Lady Ash to reclaim her throne, and the Kingdom of Dalmasca will be restored. Think on it. An entire kingdom for a stone. You must admit, 'tis more than a fair exchange.
And when all is said and done, your master will have another pet.
Lady Ash, let us take him for the people of Dalmasca. Your Majesty wallows in indecision on peril of their heads. And his shall be the first to fall.
Well, at least your sword is to the point.
Ugh.
To think the relics of the Dynast King were Deifacted Nethicite, Dr. Sid will be beside himself.
What did you say?
Captain Azulus, take them to Shiva. They should have leave to return to Rabanastre soon. I want you to assess its power.
Did our orders not specify that we return the stone for testing?
I will not chance returning with a stone that is yet unproven.
He wants it for himself. An ass. How dare he?
When we return to Dalmasca, we can announce that you are alive and well. I will then continue our negotiations with the Empire. I believe Lars has the key. He'll listen to us. We should trust him.
Who are you, Vossler, to talk of trust?
A son of Dalmasca.
Our equipment here is limited, so we'll be using the ship's drive to make our assessment. Once we've connected the stone, the reaction should be easily measured.
Methods do not interest me, only results.
Oh boy.
Such heat! The mist, it's burning!
6,800, 6,900, 7,000! This must be Deifacted Nethicite! The count still climbs!
Ah, we found it at last. True Deifacted Nethicite. The power of the Dynast King in my hands. Blood alone does not an emperor make, vain.
What is this? Something's wrong!
What is it? You stand!
Hold her down!
Oh boy. I mean, she does have that feral kick move.
What's wrong with her?
I always knew Fran didn't take well to being tied up. I just never knew how much. How about you?
I like Fran's idea. Let's get out of here.
I think it's Fran, but I call it Fran.
Sky Pirates. The future of Dalmasca will not be stolen.
You know he's a level 25. Run.
Why do this, Bash? This struggle is futile. You must know where it leads.
I do know. All too well.
I don't know what's happening. I keep casting slow. I don't even know if it worked. Okay, he's slowed. But now she won't stop fucking casting slow, so... It might be one of those things where I'll have to just do it. Immune. Can't switch anyone because everyone's got it, and this is just a really bad time. That off. Can't switch. Oh, get out. Get Pinello out of there. You're gone. Fran and... Yes. Pinello really should be in it, but whatever. Oh god, Fran's all angry too. There's nothing to get rid of this immobilization. I think I actually casted it on her. It was kind of messy from the start because of my team setup, but it worked. We got it switched out quick. Windy in here.
Engine power falling rapidly. It's negative. Impossible.
Engine room, this is the bridge. Report.
What are they doing down there?
Happened?
The Nemesis draining the ship's power.
Disengage it at once.
I want that
We're
number
trying
3
to
unit
stop
seal.
that.
Let me infected.
Oh boy.
300. Cascade failure.
Ash, let's go.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
And dress like me too. Like, thanks for his help, but now we beat him. You think all the other ships were just like, what the fuck just happened in there?
This might get a little dicey.
The mist. It manifests now.
Is that what you call this?
What's that? I think it's the dawn shard.
What are we waiting for?
How convenient, it's just floating.
The dreadnought Leviathan is sunk. The 8th Fleet of the
Trophy.
Arcadian Imperial Army lost. As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, Quit I Bujeba, citing sudden malady. My true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance. By this time, Lady Ash had made her return to Rabanasta. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Don Shard concealed.
I have no problem going back there.
Had she chosen
We
then
can
to go
grind.
before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance. In such circumstance as the Lady Ash then found herself, even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath. Though Arcadia had lost her 8th fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which to be reckoned.
But I got no problem with being back where we were, or anywhere. I'm ready to kind of get more grinding done now that we got these 2 classes I got to work on, and I got to get a bunch of money now. Buy the right equipment that I need, all the spells that we can get.
The Rosarian Empire assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercises. It is our belief they wait for the proper pretext, the sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
The loss of Leviathan and her fleet at such a time comes as a most grievous blow. Were Rosaria to invade, the battle would be hard fought. Had Lord Vane not deployed the fleet so capriciously, we would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstance.
Lord Vane shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be served.
A convenient thing, justice. And so I must now make a choice between my throne and my son.
A most lamentable situation for us all.
Oh? For Lord Vane, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Lauser will make for a fine emperor.
Lauser so adores his brother, and he is yet young.
But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vane's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
What matter? Lord Vane himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
By your will, I shall bid Vane return to Arcades.
A lot of stuff, a lot of things happening. Still like the crappiest thing. It's like, look, it's the husband thing, and then he's dead, literally in one like fell swoop. Hello, I'm here. Bond's here.
So, it was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
You know your stuff.
Destructive power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ash, you know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike. Something was there. One of the Dynast King's relics. The Midlight Shard was in Nebradia.
More Nethicite. Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vayne wanted power. He must not be allowed to claim the Nethicite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard, most likely the Midlight Shard too. Besides, can't they manufacture Nethicite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This Nethicite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died, and the Empire will know remorse.
You even know how to use it?
Huh.
The Gareth may know.
Do you even know how to use it? That awkward question.
By the old ways. Matricide lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it. The cry of the Nethicite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
They gotta zoom in on your
Dangerous
face.
though it be, what we need now is power. Should we declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim, the Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Gareth.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
Not exactly close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
No one's forcing you.
Ow.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for? I guess...
We already got Pinello.
You know...
Cake. What cake? Alright, Vaughn, we'll get you cake. Alright, everybody get inside me.
The Gareth are said to dwell in Kirwan.
So they do. We'll need to head south, past the Giza Plains.
It is the rains now in Giza. The wadis will be swollen with the deluge. Passage may be difficult.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
Regardless, we must go south, yes?
First things first. You're eager to be on your way, I know. But we should see that we're prepared before setting out.
Yeah, I already planned on that, don't
I made my
worry.
resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Like, alright, everybody inside me now? Still don't know what the hell I'm gonna put Fran as. I was thinking Breaker, but I want her to keep using her swords, you know? So, for the time being, I don't know what I'll put her. I mean, we can put her as white mage and have a knight that heals. I mean, that isn't terrible. We already got so many healer styles. We have a red mage, black mage, time mage, bushi, and Olin, Shikari, knight, white mage, machinist, and a monk, black mage. Like, there's just a lot of mage going on. But I guess it's to balance it out. Except for Bosch, who Bosch has kind of got the shitty end of the stick. He doesn't. You don't, weaker, but you get sap. I'm gonna use it. I want it. Even if the optimized thing says not to. I was kind of getting a shitty stick here. Well, it's oil. Okay, so here's oil and decoy. We'll get those. They might come in handy. That actually could cause an ally to be the target of all foes. So that could help with me saying, put fucking, what's her face as tank. Any of them. We don't need this sword anymore. Nobody's using that sword. I gotta really look over what I'm giving people here. Gotta make the money. Because, I got stuff to probably buy, so I know that for sure. Give me a javelin. So right now he's got 20 evade. If I was to say he doesn't even have training for this one. This one's 1, but his evade will go down. Plus he loses his shield. I made it very complicated for myself of how I'm going to set everybody's equipment. Because, like, I put it so that Bosch could do spear attacks and have the piercing through armor damage. Instead of him trying to combo with daggers, since we already got a samurai that will do that, and a monk. But I'm not sure if I should give him the heavy armor or keep him with the light, like the armor that Vaughn wears. Excuse me. Pardon me. Check the magics. I'm not sure which would be more effective. I feel like the heavier armor will keep him protected. I know that this armor gives him more HP as well, but it doesn't exactly matter if you don't, doesn't really matter if you don't have good armor to back it up. That's where I gotta think of what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna set it up. Because without the sword and shield, he doesn't have a good block or evade, so the heavy armor might come into play. A lot for that. I don't even know if I'm gonna use that. I'll just wait on that. We don't really need that right now. I got other things I want to check out. I'm gonna probably end up sitting around grinding in like one spot or two, just working on getting more license points as well as money, getting items for money. What I gotta do. Did I give him? Did I even give him the ability to use a spear set? Or did I give him like 4 and that was it? Give him 3. What is in here? Spear 2? Alright. Learn it. Gambit slap. Gonna need that at some point. Loses evade, but he'll get that, so. You could use it. I just want to see, besides the, what stats, kind of stats it's going to change. Not like I'm actually going to have her fight a lot. She loses a chunk of magic power, but gains some attack power, which is okay, but she's so squishy that, I mean, I don't know. I mean, only 4 points. It's not terribly a bad drop. I don't know. I think every point for magic is kind of needed for her since she is all sorts of mage. So I'll just sell that back. Oh well. I'm probably gonna need a gun. Oh, that was gun 3. We have enough to get gun 3. No, we do not, because we have to get this first, and then we can get gun 3 after. So we'll hold on to it for now. Even though his magic power will drop a bit for it, I will rather him do that. So he could do some sort of damage while healing and stuff. Like I said, armor-wise, I have no idea how I'm going to set up Bosch. Like, I think he's the only one that's really complicated because I'm going to have the same armor for Vaughn because I like that style armor. I'm not going to have him wear the magic armor. He just has spells for the sake of having a couple spells. Magic armor for Bothier. Ran is going to... I have no idea what I'm going to even do for a second. I could put her White Mage. I was thinking of putting her Breaker, so she's like Knight and Breaker, but I think that's kind of pointless. Ash already can stay, and Penelo can stay the same for her armor. I mean, Penelo with a mace isn't terrible, because she can have a shield, but... I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with her. Like, he could wear bronze armor, like... I don't know. I think I'll just stick with, like... soldier stuff armor, these kinds of armors that Bosch and Vaughn are wearing. I think I'll just keep those for those two. I think I'll just keep it the way it is for armor wise. I don't think I'll go too crazy and change them. It was mainly weapons were my big reason of having them switch, as well as everybody having a spell. He definitely needs more gambits. Not gonna have them set these up because I hate setting these up because it's always hard to make them do it the right way. Like, set oil to fire weak, but then she would just keep shooting oil on them instead of fire. So I'll rather do it myself. I think good for where I have it for right now for her. Yeah, I think it'll work for the most part. I wanted to go up here. See if we got any hunts on the board. Been a while. My way is probably gonna end up fucking me over, and I gotta figure out because it's like Fran is a rank 2, and they might be very difficult for me to even do, but I will at least take them on. I will at least have them, so if I cannot do them, we at least, got that guy at the weapon shop. You will be there in the Guys of Plains area. I'll have to check you out. These guys will probably kick my ass, so I don't want to jump right to it. I mean, I might try the first one that I got out, just to see what happens, but... Worst case scenario, I just drop dead. In like one hit or two. Reload the save. I know I have a very weird setup that... That's the only thing, I just gotta think what I want. I do want Breaker, only because I like the idea of Ron just doing Knight and Breaker, but like I said, I don't think that is anything that will help. Alright, so you want me to do it? Yes. Portals let us through the western sand and further west into the Sand Sea. Arrive at the edge of Namyensa Sand Sea, where we first saw it in the sky, the Wyvern. Alright. I'm gonna go get my butt kicked trying to do this one. Just go see how that goes. I just gotta make sure I'll have the right team. I just don't know what the fuck I'm up against. Cheryl at the weaponsmith. Hunts accepted. Whoever on patrol of the Sand Sea hopes to be dealt with. Bound to the western edge of the Namyensa Sand Sea. And that's a pretty hike. Big hike there. I have to, There's a teleport somewhere? I mean, I know there's through the caverns. I have to go through the freaking caverns to get there. The thing I have not yet been able to actually do. That was in the Western Sands? Sands. Oh, worst come to worst, we can try it. I mean, might just get our ass kicked, but, you know, it tends to happen a lot. Give it a shot. Definitely gonna need Penelo, though, because magic is going to be needed. Her magic is better. Yes. Also a completely other place I have not flown to that it says I could fly to. Let me check that place out, just see what that's all about at some point. Save the game because we know we might get screwed up or beat the shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm still thinking about what to put Fran as. I'm gonna assume people would just say white mage because that's just the smart thing to do. Have your warrior person do some sort of stronger cure moves to heal, or black mage or red mage to do both. Having a knight that can do both red mage, like all sorts of spells, sounds like it'd be a good idea. This thing still weak. Yep. Oh, free one license point, right? I'm going to switch to, like, Bran, because he's just going to constantly steal. Since Balthier isn't around right now, I don't have him set up with us. It just seems like it would be the smart thing to do. I mean, yes, her magic isn't going to be that strong, because she's more fighting, but... And I'm not going to put her in magic armor. But... having a warrior that heals is not a bad thing. And, oh, Part of me was thinking of doing that with the Bushi, but then I was like, time made just to have that, have it. You know, if we're not using Pinello for anything, because Pinello's very squishy. And so, wrong way. Pinello's very squishy, so like sometimes having someone else that can do like the time things. Not that I'm going to use them often, but if I feel the need that I want to slow someone down, or it just feels like whatever the ability will be effective, I'll use them. These dudes are level 27. I don't know if we can handle them. Plus they're weak to Earth, and I still don't think we have a spell for that. To be honest, I don't want to get my ass kicked by that. Down here. Probably gonna get my shit rocked. I'm also gonna switch the people out. It was gonna be needed. Ain't gonna do it either. Treasure. Pile of new Kai sand. I know, I overthink a lot of things. Like, in my head, it's just like, oh god, they're both gonna steal. Fuck. They're both right off the bat gonna steal. You don't need to. Like, we have green magic, so we can do, work. Now he's oiled. Oops, nope. That works against him. Doesn't Vaughn know fire? I mean, he doesn't have enough gambits. That's the fucking problem. And I think we have enough to buy him a gambit now. Should give him some. We'll get him 2 gambits just to have, because it's going to be needed in the time. You know, it'll be needed down the line. And we can be like, hey, Vaughn. I not just buy gambits, or I just buy something completely different? I'm not paying attention. No, I bought magic potions. Well, hey, both things needed. I looked at the wrong thing. I was looking at a G, and I looked at something else. Very impatient at my reading. Alright, her gambits are off. I'm like, what is she doing? She's not doing her spell. Firefly, I know that. Things kind of off, or like good if you want like the low level challenge. Keep doing that. I just like I'm in a rush. I'm like, select. Yeah. It's like I would give her a mace, but I don't know if that's really necessary. I mean, it would do more damage than me trying to hit, but at the same time, I'm not sure if something I should wait on, or like just keep her with the staff so she can keep her increased magic power. them up. Got a horn out of that thing. Looked like a frog, but yeah. The only reason Bathier is right now with us because if they put status effects on us, but we could probably swap them out for somebody else. To be honest. Let's... Hey Bosch, why don't you do something? I mean, I gave you a spear. This way. Green magic. Oil. I hate the camera right now. Let's see. I wish when they were oiled, the Gambit learned that it's weak to fire, so it would just cast fire. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, there we go. Bathier does need a level up, so actually we should have him in. Use him instead of Vaughn. See how that goes. Just because I want to see Bosch fighting and seeing how that goes. Not that these are really the enemies to test it on, but... we will see. It's a whole fucking area now. 39? Yeah, let's run. Nope. Alright, so we will not be running back to that one area unless we teleport, which we have to go through that. So yeah, we will, unless we can probably teleport. I was just, you know, trying to not teleport. Thanks. Instantly saw that level, was like, nope, that's why I love having an ability to scan or something. 0, because it's pretty strong to physical. Bit. Nice and do. Need 60. Oh, nope. Going crazy. Also, I know Bathier or Bosch is silenced, but nothing I can do about that because that's part of the ring he wears. Ain't like he's doing any magic techniques anyway. Sucks, 'cause I want to do, like, I guess we can actually go to the place through there. I completely forgot it was, like, right over there. I just wanted to cut through the caverns. But we'll just take the longer way, I guess. Or it could be shorter. Could be either one. I have no idea. I don't know. I think, what's his face? Bosch using a spear is not bad. Like, yes, the comboing of a dagger and all that stuff is nice, but we have Vaughn and Ash for that, the comboing. So it's like, what is he good for? So having him with having him to do something that kind of penetrates armor, I feel like is effective. So like we did something to kind of make his combat a little more effective. Problem is, I have no idea what to put for Fran. Like I said, I keep battling it between possibly doing White Mage because it just seems like the smarter idea, but you know, that's just also that part of me that's like, a breaker sounds cool because I know the concept of them, and it seems like it'd be cool to have that really high damage, but at the same time, I don't know. I mean, they're already set where it's like their armor and stuff already works. It's just that she will be able to use the other weapons that make her a breaker and the abilities that the breaker might come with. But I already got a monk and all that shit where I don't think a breaker is necessary, so that's why it's like I might just give her mage. Like everybody's getting a mage like side job because that's their weakness. They lack a magical ability. Yes, their magic stuff will be weak, but, and Bosch kind of got fucked over. He has no magic whatsoever, so he's all physical. But having that extra little magic so I don't have to constantly swap everyone out is kind of necessary. In certain scenarios it will help, especially just having everybody with a heal is very helpful. Keeps us all in the game longer. Also, the reason I'm just fighting every little thing, even though they're weak, is just that extra one license point and a little bit of experience. Even though it's a terrible amount, anything's better than none, and I'm gonna take it. Help myself. Plus, they'll drop an item and Bathia can steal and all that fun stuff. Just license shield, I mean, sure. She use shields? Not you. One person. Vanillo. Yeah, you can use shields. Golden one. Give her that with like a hammer. Say like we give her this. Make her swift. The gambit slot that I wanted earlier with you. You can now use a gun. Ribbon. I still don't know what I will give you. Like, that's why I haven't given you one yet. What do you give for a knight? Like, look at Bowbreaker. The only thing she'd really be using is probably axes and things like that. Hammers and things. Like, it says shields, but I think there are some of those weapons I think are two-handed, are they not? But she has to... Like, all she would gain out of this, really, is the ability to use a different weapon, which is a more inconsistent but really high damage, depending, weapon. Making her a white mage, she could get cures and things as well, but we already got so many people that do it. Doesn't ever hurt to have too many. That's where I run into it. It's like, Breaker, it's cool, but I don't think it's necessary when you already got a knight and all that. I think that would just feel like it'd be a little unnecessary. I don't know. It's more of, like, the only reason I want Foebreaker is part of me is just really interested in seeing how it works, like, how it goes with the whole inconsistency of, like, really high damage or very low damage. That's all I kind of want to see. But, at this point, I don't think it's necessary. Plus, I don't think this gives you any extra bonuses to attack, or I would just get it for the extra physical attack, but I think it all blends together. Because it's like all of this has already been picked out. We already got like 3 healers. Fuck it. Ah, fuck it. And be like, it's really pointless. Why'd you do it? I don't care. I'm doing it just because. We already got healers. What does he sell? I know we got the blood sword, and I kind of don't really want to change it, but I'm just wondering what. 42. Do that. License. A few more points and she'll be able to use it. Right. Ammo. Right. You only need 1 bullet? Or do I have to, like, buy a... There's a pouch, so... Just assuming... I won't need to buy, like, every single bullet. Alright, well, all gonna be a mess, but whatever. Hello. Yep, we could have just teleported right here, but whatever. You got the weirdest setup of teams, I know. Alright, so where the hell did this thing say? Because we're gonna get our butts kicked trying to fight it anyway. We're going to be found the western edge of the Nim Jensen. Western end. We have to go all the way to here, the Nam Jensen Sansi. Let's see, can we actually just teleport to that, or that out of my jurisdiction? Tomb close by? Caverns. Well, we can just run by. I mean, worst comes to worst, we're just running through and we get license points / some little bits of experience and items. Doesn't hurt, right? I still, like, wish that, though the ring is making Bosch silent, I wish I didn't have to see him glow purple. It just makes it look like, well, we have a sick person on our team. Bosch isn't even gonna get, or, off the air, he's gonna shoot his gun. Infuse. That helps, I guess. That technique. I don't even think I got that one yet. I like that I'm gonna make this trip over there just to die, but hey, we're giving it a shot, you know. Better to try it than just to say screw it and wait. Well, it might be better to wait because we'd be better levels. But I'm interested. I'm intrigued to see what it is. If we die, then I know that I just grind. That's all. I hate having her to constantly use everything that they're weak against because it's like gonna blow through my MP, but oh well, I guess. I mean, worst comes to worst, if we're in a big fight, I just use one of the ethers. Not even giving him enough time to freaking steal. Succulent fruit. It takes the long way around. Navigate through all this again. Wow. That's one way to handle it. Ocean. Just want him to attack. That wasn't terrible. Ain't too bad having a gun, because it's like I'd rather have the white mage do something ranged. That's why I was half tempted to make Pinello the time mage, actually. I should have done that, to be honest. Because then she would have sat back with a crossbow. Get enough now so you can get this. Did. Cool. Well, as much as I want to use that, I'm not. Here, one. Literally is just carrying a hammer now. Yeah, she definitely can hit harder now, which, like I said, it does kind of suck to make her only fight, but we have a lot of healers. When that's a chest piece. But at the same time, and like I said, it's only thing is like that's the thing with the knight. It's very consistent damage. This one will be like kind of weak, but then really heavy damage. I'm assuming that's how that goes. But she's a fighter through and through. I've made her. So we kind of made Bosch a little bit better at fighting with the spears, because now he can pierce through armor. And we got Pinello to have more arsenal. Lothier can fight at a range while using magic to heal and help. And Vaughn can use magic to heal, or to hurt, while having the monk's stuff to heal. So, kind of like a white mage. We gotta stay away from that fucking ball of orange.